There's a fucking big black wolf.
So I'm about to get on this DC-3 to Hay River. Probably made in the 1940s. I don't know how that makes me feel necessarily in terms of like safety-wise, but fingers crossed.
Canada was founded on the fur trade. But in recent years, after decades of decline, Canada's fur industry has found a new market. Between China's booming middle class and Russia's luxury-starved oligarchy, the industry that founded the nation is making a comeback. In 1992, Canadian fur exports were valued at $143 million. In 2013, with pelt prices at its highest, that value jumped to $956 million, more than $100 million of which was wild fur. I wanted to meet one of these modern-day fur trappers firsthand, so I traveled to the Northwest Territories to meet Andrew Stanley, the Métis YouTube star who's become the unlikely ambassador of Canada's trapping industry. Andrew lives just north of the Alberta border, outside a small town called Hay River, an hour flight from Yellowknife.
We're just outside of Hay River on our way to meet Andrew Stanley. He's going to show us what it means to live a trapping life. Several years ago, Andrew started up a YouTube channel called The Wild North to show people what it's like to be a trapper.
Broke my snare. Fuck! Am I mad? Yeah, you fucking right, I'm mad.
Since then, he's garnered over 4 million views, almost 20,000 subscribers, and a lot of shit from animal rights activists. Andrew specifically said that he didn't want us to tell people where he lived because he's gotten so many death threats from people who have said that they would go to his door and kill him. All right, time to walk.
There are about 50,000 commercial trappers in Canada, 1/3 of which are Aboriginal. Andrew is one of about 700 trappers in the territory, who last season harvested 25,000 pelts, worth a total of over $1 million on the international market. Since there isn't a ton of money to be made, many trappers do it as a hobby. But for Andrew, it's his life.
Got a few traps to check, and it was a pretty damn good season this year so far. So
Nice.
I'll give you the grand tour of my home. Starting the skinning shack here, I got
Okay.
some fur that I'm working with.
So this is a skinning shack.
Yeah, this is where all the magic happens. This is where I process all my fur that I catch on the trap line.
Okay. What do we have here?
Well, this is an otter. I caught this guy in one of my sets for beaver yesterday, so I was just thawing him out a little bit, and when he's ready tonight, he's got to get skinned. In the back here, I got this wolverine I've been working on as well. He's just about dry, huh?
So it's like inside out, right?
Yeah, yes, he's inside out. These two here, these link here, these are done. I just got to take them off the stretcher board.
So that's a lynx, basically.
Yes, this is a wild lynx. I'll barter with these.
For bartering, how does that work? Like, what do you usually trade?
I've traded pelts for chainsaws, skidoos, rifles,
Really?
computer for editing videos on.
Really?
A lot of work goes into trapping an animal, you know. People say, well, you just go out, you set a trap, and that's it, you catch an animal. First, you got to know where to set your trap. You got to be able to find these animals. It's time-consuming, huh? So
And there's no guarantee, right?
There's no guarantee at all. No, nothing is guaranteed on the trap line. I'm just heading out to check my beaver traps here actually right away, right after lunch. So, you know, if you want to come with me, absolutely.
I'd love to.
Let's do it, yeah. We'll jump on a skidoo here and we'll go trap some beaver.
I've never really ridden a skidoo before, and the only instructions that were given to me were grip it and rip it.
Fucking hang on and fucking give it.
Trapping season runs from October to May, and success relies on a combination of luck and skill. One trapper may spend 6 to 8 weeks on the line and make $35,000, while another may spend the same amount of time and effort only to come away with $1,500. Because of this, making a full-time living off being a trapper is next to impossible. Even Andrew, who bags a couple of hundred pelts a year, makes money in the off-season by doing bush-related manual labor in and around Hay River.
This is a beaver house that I've been working on. I set these traps the other day, and I got one here, I got one there, and I got another one over there. It's kind of like a little kid on Christmas when you come to check your traps. It's like, what do I got today? What do I get? So it's pretty exciting to come back and check your trap after you set them. So
even after all these years of trapping, you still get excited like
every single day.
This is actually kind of exciting.
I don't pull a trap right out. What I do, I lift it up until I can see the two springs. If the two springs are still closed, there's nothing in the trap. So we pull that up.
This is it, moment of truth.
See, there's nothing on there, so.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do the one on the edge there. You could have the honors of checking that one.
All right, let's see if we get some beaver. Enjoying watching me sweat my balls off?
Oh yeah, it's a nice little workout, huh? That's probably good. You could probably slowly lift it up. The springs are closed.
Bummer.
We got one more there. Oh, the springs are open. The trap is sprung. Pull her up. Oh,
No,
fuck.
that's not a beaver.
And look here, there's a fucking beaver here right there. We just missed one. You see this here?
Yeah.
That's one beaver hair.
Oh man. I'm pretty bummed. When people say that trapping is inhumane, and you look at this thing, which will basically break a neck.
It's not so much that trapping's humane, it's the trapper himself. It's the man who sets that trap, if they're doing it properly, if they're checking their traps on a regular basis and respecting the animals. There is inhumane ways to do it, but there's also humane ways to do it. So it's pretty important that we practice humane methods and use these quick kill traps. Okay, we don't get one today. Tomorrow's another day. Okay. It helps for the shake, so you always got a pound of beer or two before you start skinning, so it stays straight. I'm just kidding. This knife is nice and sharp here. So I'll make my two first cuts down the hind legs here. Otter have like the most beautiful soft fur, you know, like they're such a beautiful animal all around, you know. In the last year, I pretty much traveled around the world all within 12 months. I went to Helsinki, Finland, to the Saga Fur auction, and I went to Beijing, and then after Beijing, we went to Tokyo, and it was a real eye-opener. Now that I had a little taste of traveling this last year, you know, I'm looking at like, okay, well, where's the next cool place to go and check out? I'd really like to go to England. That'd be cool.
Why England?
Go to Stonehenge. The Egyptian pyramids are good too, but I'd never go to Egypt, or I don't think.
Why not?
I don't want to get my head cut off. I do worry about our environment a lot. You know, we have such a beautiful land here in the north, and it's like untouched. You hear about these oil spills these days, thousands of liters went into the waterway system, and then if you follow that water system, it all ends up in the Great Slave Lake, huh? So I'm not a scientist or anything, but I think it's just a matter of time before it is truly fucked. I think all of us as humans, we got to start thinking about ways that we could prevent a lot of these problems, huh? But you know, in this new day and age, everyone's so fucking worried about money. It's sickening, huh? No one cares about how many trees we cut down, or how much land gets destroyed, or how much water, you know, they just want to make money.
Do you ever wish you had, you know, a girlfriend or someone up here living with you? I bet that would make things a bit easier.
A girlfriend, yeah, that'd be good, you know, having a girl that could flesh beaver pelts and skin otters. That'd be great. But I do get some strange requests from people just because I'm a trapper. People have an old dog, an old sick dog that they want to put down. Well, to put down a dog, it's like $175 or something, and a lot of people don't have $175, so Like, hey, Andrew, could I ask a favor? Yeah, sure, what is it? Could you put my dog down for me? Could you shoot my dog? It's like, fuck off, man. Fucking shoot your dog for you. Fucking do it yourself. Yeah, this nice otter pelt here. Oh, yeah. What a beauty, huh?
How long have you been trapping for?
17 years now, I've been running a trapline on my own. In the olden days, trappers, they always had a partner because you have company and there's so much work to do to run a trapline at a camp like this. Like, there's just so many little jobs that have to get done. You gotta do water, you gotta split wood, you gotta cook, you gotta check traps, you gotta skin fur. For the last couple months this winter, I got my great uncle Andy staying with me. He's an elder. It's been pretty good, I'm pretty happy my uncle decided to come and hang out with me. It's nice to have company. After 5 years of being out here by myself, it does get lonely.
Let's talk a little bit about your YouTube channel, Wild North. How did that even start?
I'm watching YouTube videos, trapping videos, of course, trying to figure out, different methods, just learn some tricks or whatever. Every one of those videos would have the trapper go out and set the trap, and that's it. There was no ending, like, where's the catch in the animal? I said, well, I could make YouTube videos. I could show how I set this trap, and, I'll show the animal in the trap at the end. Oh, yeah. Oh. This is a big old lynx. So they're kind of educational videos, a little bit of humor thrown in them every now and then. So it's gonna be dark here in about 10 minutes. I got a long ways to go, with my luck, I'll fucking break down and have to walk all the way home or some stupid shit like that. A lot of people liked it and they said, make more, make more. My fan base just kept growing. I kept getting more views and more comments. I had like 1 million views after 2 years.
But there's been some haters.
I've been called every name in the book. I've had death threats. They think these animals are being tortured in traps. They probably don't even know what a humane trap is. Like, it's quick. Some people think us trappers are these cold-blooded killing machines. That ain't true. There has been some circumstances with animals that I trapped and I did feel bad for them, yes. But it's not like every animal I catch, I'm just like, oh, I feel bad, I'm happy actually when I catch an animal. 2 wolverines in this bait station, this is just fucking great. You ever see a wolf before?
No, never.
I got a couple here that I got to take care of today as well. The thing about these wolves, they both have mange. They're, I got a black one and a white one.
Holy shit.
What they say to do to keep mange from spreading to other animals, they say to burn them. And so that's what's gonna happen to these. My Uncle Andy, he said he would look after that for me.
Uncle Andy is going to say a little prayer out of respect for the animals, and we're going to get to go witness that. So let's go burn some wolves. This is it.
Oh yeah.
Was that okay, driver? Yeah.
Everything that I survive is great.
It seems so difficult. Why do you keep on doing it?
It is a lot of work, but I could not sit inside a building at a desk every day of the week. I gotta be outside, I gotta be active. The trapline is very unforgiving. You have to be prepared for the worst. If that means getting mauled by a bear or breaking my arm in a trap or walking 20 miles because my screw broke down, that's just the way it is. That's what's gonna happen, I guess.